So the last speaker in this session will be Professor Tamar Raz. In my own field, I lament the paucity of women in senior leadership positions, so it's a special pleasure to introduce Professor Raz. She is director of the Azrieli Jerusalem College of Engineering. Her research interests include molecular reaction dynamics, information theory and applications to chemistry, development of advanced technology, teaching tools, among others. And she is actually an example of a scholar who combines research and academic leadership with excellence. So please join me in welcoming Tamar Raz.
So Orna said, my name is Tamar, but I'm the Kleine. At Rafi's home, I'm the Kleine. So I will start with saying happy birthday, Rafi, my teacher, Mori. When my eldest son was born, everybody told me that the godfather should be the mother's rabbi. So I said, this is simple. Oh, it's not moving, okay. Danny, where are you? I think you took this picture, right? So, Rafi, happy birthday. Mori v'Rabbi, my teacher and my rabbi. I would like to wish you first health. I know you are young and you have plans for the next 80 years, but I wish you good health for the next 80 years. Joy, love, interest, and of course, a lot of good wine. And I asked my rabbi and got permission not to give a science talk. So Danny was the first one, and I will be the next one. And the title of my lecture is What Should Be the Pedagogical Model for Academic Science and Engineering Higher Education? And I changed my title from the Kleine to the rector of the Jerusalem, Azrieli College of Engineering here in Jerusalem. And I would like to say a few words first about our college, so you will know where I came from. Okay. We established the college in 1999, and I'm saying we because I was part of a group that built the curriculum for this college. The person that's responsible for me being part of this group, I think most of you knew him, Professor Yudahaz, Zichrono Livracha. And we started with 72 very brave students, and now we have 1,600 students in 6 different engineering departments, all of them for BSc, and we have 2 programs for MSc and MA. We have a collaboration with the Technion. And our students, so 85% of them are from Jerusalem area. We have 40% Arabs, most of them from East Jerusalem. We have 35% women, 10% Orthodox women, and many of our students are first generation for academic studies. So I think colleges are really much more about education than universities. And this is why I'm going to talk about education. So as you all know, I did a PhD with Rafi. I graduated in 1996, and where did a PhD in theoretical chemistry take me? Well, I got many skills. Thank you, Rafi. I learned a lot of science. I got a lot of scientific information and scientific knowledge. I learned to be a self-learner. I learned all the research tools you need, how to solve a problem, analytical skills, and may I add analytical thinking, and how to write a report, of course, papers, and presentation I also learned. But what did I do? So I did scientific research and a lot of teaching, and I'm smiling because this is the best part of my work. I like to teach. Educational research, educational development, and I'm director, so a lot of academic management. And I wonder if the skills that I got prepared me for what I did since then. So, of course, for scientific research, no doubt, 2V, because I was really prepared for this. About teaching, I'm not sure. Yes and no. Although I started to teach at the first year of my graduate studies, nobody really gave me any formal education or training of how to teach and how people learn. I got very good teachers, Raphael, Avinoam. So I mimic, okay, I will be like them. Or I had some bad teacher and say, oh, no, just not like him. But I never got anything formal about it. Educational research, well, research, yes. Education, no. It's not the same. It's not the same tools. It's not the same lab. It's not the same mouses. So not exactly. I have to admit, I didn't get skills for education development and not for academic management, although this was a big part of what I did since then. So to do or not to do a PhD? I will show you some numbers. I took them from the Planning and Budgeting Committee and the Israel National Brain Gain Program. And here you can see the number of graduating PhDs. It's in Israel, per year in Israel. And it's very interesting. Let's look at the line of life science, which is really growing rapidly. And we are the red ones. And it started around 15 per year, and now we have around 200 per year. The physical science is the red one. And I sampled these numbers. In a minute. I know there are a lot of numbers. I will show you the important one. So let's look at the second line, physical science, because chemistry is there. And as you can see, the number of PhDs between 1985 to 2014 are 3,707. 511 of university faculty members, only 40%. We have 32% of them are employment in education, meaning universities, colleges, high school, virtual high schools, etc. And what about the rest? 68%. They're not here. So I thought maybe it's an Israeli problem. And I tried to find out. And this is from Science 2014. According to an NSF is the National Science Foundation, in 2008, only 60% of PhDs in science, engineering, and health held position in academia within 3 years of earning a doctorate. And I continue to look, and this is about biology. So it's maybe not our problem because everybody here is chemist, but this is Jessica Polka from 2014. She tried to look what happened to biology. And I will show you a few numbers. 50% of postdocs get tenure-track faculty jobs within 6 years of post-PhDs. And at this rate, less than 8% of entering PhD student will become tenure-track faculty. Most of them would like to. So where are they? So they're going to the academia, industry, and public sector. And are we doing our job? So this is from Harvard Business Review, 2014. It's about online education. Danny, maybe you would like to read this one. But in the introduction, there are two things that I would like you to show to you. Only 11% of business leaders believe that graduates have the requisite skills for the workforce. This is a quote, academic designing courses that correspond with their own interest rather than the need of the workforce. So I look at nature. If Rafi is the rabbi, nature is the Bible, no? So, what about nature? And I found two. Make the most of PhDs. The number of people with science doctorate is rapidly increasing, but there are not enough academic jobs for them. Graduate programs should be reformed to meet students' needs. And another one, it's here, how to build a better PhD. There are too many PhD students for too few academic jobs. But with imagination, the problem could be solved. So let's use our imagination and try to answer the question, what is missing? So I know it's small. This is the employer rate candidate skills in order of importance. And number 7 is knowledge. But I will show you all of them. It's communication, teamwork, problem solving, prioritization, information processing, data analysis, technical knowledge, software, written reports, and marketing. And I decided to take the list of skills that I listed before, the skills that I think I got during my PhD, and to draw a line between this list and this list. And as you can see, I have many lines. Good. But there are things that are missing. And I think two important things are missing: management and education. This is the two important things. So M for management, E for education, and R for research. And I took 2 of the places, academia and industry. And I think everybody, including rectors, but also maybe other people in academia, need management skills. Lab management, budget, time, team, academic management. Of course, in the industry, you need all kinds of management skills. What about education? Well, after 22 years in the college, I can tell you, you can teach how to teach. You can teach how people learn. There are many things that you can do in a formal way. And of course, in the academia, teaching is very important, but also in the industry, lifelong learning, team learning. And research, of course, research is important in the academia, but also in the industry. New direction, R&D roles, etc. So I think we need to add contact and skill to the undergraduate and graduate studies. All kinds of skills: project management, economy, soft skills, negotiation, etc. You can see everything. It's just a portion list, but I think we should do more. We, the public academic institutes, have a responsibility to ensure that the tool we provide our students will enable them to move forward to a successful academic and non-academic career. Thank you for listening, and see you at Raphael's 19th birthday.